Are you a caregiver to a loved one? Is struggling with caregiver stress and the shame that comes with admitting to that stress? Hi, my name is Fatuma Kuso, and I am and have been a caregiver to my mother for the last 11 years. And I certainly struggle with the shame that comes with admitting I am struggling with caregiving. I don't know about you, but maybe my shame and my inability to admit I'm struggling comes from my background. Perhaps you are in a different place than I am. But if you are not, if you feel the same way, I want you to understand you are not making it up. And the caregiver stress and the shame that comes with admitting you are stressed is real. At least real for me, and I suspect real for a whole lot of people. I am 100% the primary caregiver to my mother, and I also am a full-time teacher. So that means my employer wants, my students need for me to show up every morning, 5 days a week as my best self. And my mother needs, my mother deserves for me when I am her caregiver to show up for her as my best self. So the question is, who's showing up for me as my best self? That is the challenge. And I'm conflicted people that say you have to provide yourself self-care. And I'm thinking, with what time am I providing myself with this so-called self-care? When is that? When would I do that? And how would I do that? I wake up in the morning, 6 o'clock. I spend half an hour, 40 minutes on myself getting ready, shower, all that I need to be ready for the day. I get support from an agency arm of the healthcare called long-term or the community access care. So they send me a personal support worker 1 hour in the morning and 1 hour in the evening. In the morning to help me get my mother out of bed, showered, in her wheelchair, because my mother is totally physically and cognitively dependent on me now, and give her breakfast. So I have another hour from 6:45 to 7:45, and then I have to leave for work at 7:45, and that means I'll get to work 8 o'clock to start teaching at 8:20. And you can see those 2 hours from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock are extremely scheduled, and all I need for my day to be thrown off kilter is to have 5-minute delay. For example, today I woke up and I got myself ready, and it's 6:45, the worker is not there. 6:50, the worker is not there. 7 o'clock, the worker is not there. So I called the agency, was on hold for 10 minutes, and I thought I can't spend my time being on hold. So I leave a message and hang up, and then I have to get my mother ready by myself, and I already lost 15 minutes of my hour. So I am rushing, trying to get my mother ready because I want to make sure my mother is cleaned, fed, her medication given to her, and in her wheelchair before I go for work. And I want to make sure I am in front of my students teaching by 8:20. And I want to give both sides of my life my perfect best self, because that's what I signed on for. In teaching, the minute that clock hits 8:20, those students are yours. If 2 kids get into a fight, if somebody gets sick, everything, they are yours, they are your responsibility. You have to answer to it. And I take that responsibility very seriously. I leave the house 7:45, I get to work, I do my teaching, and I pay somebody out of pocket to be with my mother from 8 in the morning until I get home. When I get home, I am again on duty taking care of my mother until she goes to bed. By the time my mother goes to bed at 8 o'clock at night, I am spent. I still haven't planned my lesson. I still haven't graded all those assignments that I collected. So where is the time for self-care coming from? I agree, I have to provide some kind of self-care for myself, but where is the time coming from? I struggle with that. If you find the value in this video, please share, like, and subscribe so you'll be notified every time I upload a video.